Okay, let's start. Good day, Miss. We are Group 6 and we're here to tackle our topic about Jamalig Island. Next slide, please. I will be going to give short information about this island. Mm, this hidden gem is located in the easternmost part of the Polillo Island group, facing the vast Pacific Ocean. Known for its golden sand beaches, crystal clear waters, and serene atmosphere, Jumalig offers a tranquil escape from the hustle and bustle of city life. Now, let's proceed to exploring the beauty of Quezon Province hidden gem, Jumalig Island. Next slide, please. And here in our presentation, we have three objectives: the essentials, current tourism development, and lastly, the market analysis. Let's now proceed to the first presenter, Mr. Carl.
Essentials. Next, please. Geographic location and accessibility. Jumalik Island is located in the province of Quezon in the Calabarzon region of the Philippines. It is part of the Polillo Islands in the Philippine Sea. Jumalik Island is a part of Quezon province in the Philippines and is located in the eastern part of the country. It's not easiest place to get to, but that's part of what makes it special and less crowded. To get there, I had to take a long trip first. I traveled by land from Manila to Real, Quezon that took around 4 to 5 hours. Then from the port in Real, I rode a boat to Jumalig, which took another 4 to 6 hours, depending on the waves. There are no airports nearby, so flying straight to the island isn't an option. Once I arrived, I noticed that transformation on the island was pretty simple. Most people use motorcycles or habal-habal to get around. It's definitely a bit of journey, but the peaceful vibe and natural beauty of the island makes it all worth it. Next, please.
Natural attractions, cultural significance, or unique experiences. One of the main reasons why tourists visit Dramatic Island is because of its golden smooth sand, unlike the white sands of Boracay or the pink sands of Santa Cruz Island in Zamboanga. Dramalic's golden shoreline offers a peaceful and relaxing view. The combination of golden sand and clear blue waters makes it perfect for beach lovers, photography, and souvenir shopping from local stores. Aside from the beaches, Jumalik has many beautiful spots such as Salibungot Beach, the most popular beach known for its white golden sand and calm waters, perfect for swimming. Kataway Beach, a quiet place with pink tinted sand, great for photos and relaxing walks. Boracay, a hidden spot with fewer tourists, perfect for peaceful beach days. Ding- Lingayen Cove, a favorite place for photographers because of its tall cliffs and clear waters. Island hopping adventures, where visitors can explore nearby untouched islands and enjoy unique rock formations. Next slide, please. What differentiates Jamalik Island from established tourist spots? What really sets Jamalik apart from places like Boracay or Palawan is its peaceful and quiet atmosphere. It's not crowded, not commercialized, and you won't see big resorts or parties here. Instead, you get to enjoy the calm vibe of the island surrounded by golden sand and clear waters. Another unique thing about Jamalik is the experience itself. Tourists usually stay in homestays with locals instead of hotels and explore the island using motorbikes. This gives visitors a more personal and meaningful trip. It's not just about sightseeing, but really connecting with local culture. So, if you are looking for a destination to slow down, enjoy nature, and experience local culture, Jamalik Island is the perfect place. Next slide, please.
Now, let's talk about the local communities and cultural heritage of Jumalik Island. Jumalik is divided into 5 barangays: Bukal, Kasuguran, Gango, Talisoy, or also known as Poblacion, and lastly is Apad. The locals, known as Jomaligins, rely mostly on fishing and the sea for their livelihood. Their deep connection to nature is part of what makes their culture unique. As for the cultural heritage, there's an interesting local legend behind the name Jomalig, which comes from the Visayan word humalig, meaning to kiss. This is connected to a love story that adds charms to the island history. Traditional practices such as storytelling, communal fishing, and cultural exchanges are still very much alive and play an important role in their way of life. Lastly, the island celebrates the Niyugyugan Festival every August. This festival highlights their coconut industry and showcases local crops and products, reflecting the creativity and livelihood of the Jomaligins. Next.
So now I'll be discussing the three main tourist facilities in Jomalig Island. So the first one is Jojomalig Beach Resort, which is a cozy spot near at Salibungot Beach for those who are looking for a relaxing stay by the ocean. The next one is Tejadas Place. This is located in Sitio Landing. This place offers a simple and comfortable place to rest. The next one is camping at Salibungot Beach. This is a great choice for adventurous tourists who want to enjoy the nature up close while camping on the beach. Next is transportation to Jumalig Island. Getting to Jumalig Island is fairly easy and there are a few transportation available. The first one is roads and public transportation. The roads are in a good condition and easy to travel on. Tourists can use public transportation options like buses, taxis, and even Grab. This is a ride-hailing service to get to nearby areas like Real in Quezon. Next one is boat ride. To reach Jomalik Island, tourists must take a boat from Real, Quezon. The boat ride takes around about 4 to 6 hours, so it's a bit of a journey, but it's part of an adventure. Next is Jomalig Airport. For those who want to get the island faster, there's a Jomalig Airport. So the flights are available, but they are usually catered in private flights that this is not common. So next slide, please. So where can tourists stay on Jomalig Islands? So there are different types of places where tourists can stay on Jomalig Island, depending on what kind of experience they are looking for. The first one is homestays. For a more personal and local experience, tourists can stay with local families. This allows them to learn more about the island's culture and lifestyle. The next one is beach resorts. If you're looking for a more comfortable stay, there are simple beach resorts as long as the coastline. These resorts offer chalets for accommodation and dining services, making it easy to relax and enjoy the beach. The next one is camping. For those who enjoy nature and camping is available, especially around at Salibungat Beach. However, campers need to bring their own tents and equipment since it's more of an outdoor adventure experience. Next is lodges and cottages. There are affordable lodges and cottages like the Lisoy Beach cottages that you can rent along the coastline. These places offer a comfortable stay without breaking the bank. Next, please.
Infrastructure assessment, Miss De Vera. Your last part.
So, okay. The essential services on Jomalig Island. So this Jomalig Islands offers the basic services to tourists, but it's more on focus on a simple and natural gateway rather than the luxury. So here's what you can expect. So the first one is food. You can enjoy home cooked meals and at the resort, giving you a taste and of local flavors. The next one is shops. There are small local stores where you can buy basic items, but they are limited compared to big cities. Next one is internet and mobile signal. The island has a weak mobile signal, so don't expect the strong internet access. So it is a great place to disconnect. Next one is electricity. There's electricity at night, but you'll have a light and basic amenities after the sun goes down. The next one is medical care. Healthcare on the island is limited. There's only basic first aid available, so it's important to be prepared in any medical needs. And then the last one is tourist services. Local guides are available to help you explore the island, and motorcycle taxis are a popular way to get you around. You can also go island hopping to see other nearby areas. Next, please.
So now I discuss the key attraction. So the question is, what are the main things that tourists already come to see or do? Tourists who visit Jamalik come primarily for the island's natural beauty and laid-back vibe. Some of the main attraction activities include the beaches. The most popular is Salibungot Beach, known for its distinctive golden yellow sand. Other spots like Kanaway Beach and Little Batanes offer scenic views and crystal clear waters. Next is highland hopping. Visitors explore nearby islets and secluded beaches. Next slide, please. And for the potential attraction, Jumalig Island is a serene and naturally beautiful destination with great potential. By improving accessibility, offering more diverse and eco-friendly activities, and preserving its natural charm, Jumalig could become a top-tier tourist spot not only in Quezon but in the entire country. Thank you. Next slide, please.
Now, the domestic versus the international tourism potential. The question is, do you think this destination would primarily attract tourists from within the Philippines or from other countries, or both, and why? I think Jamalig Island is more likely to attract tourists primarily from within the Philippines, although it holds potential to appeal to international travelers as well. The island's remote location, limited accessibility, and modest infrastructure make it a destination best suited for local tourists who are more familiar with the country's transportation systems and comfortable with basic amenities. Domestic travelers, especially adventure seekers and beach lovers from Metro Manila and nearby provinces, are often drawn to Jamalic's unspoiled charm, golden beaches, and serene atmosphere. However, the island also has the potential to captivate international tourists who are looking for off-the-beaten-path experiences and are interested in ecotourism or cultural immersion. With increased promotion, improved transportation, and enhanced facilities, Jumalig could gradually attract more foreign visitors who are eager to discover the lesser known natural wonders of the Philippines. Nonetheless, for now, its appeal is stronger among local travelers who value simplicity, tranquility, and authentic island life. Next slide, please.
Lastly, the seasonality consideration when planning a visit to Jumalik Island. Let's start with the best time to visit. The optimal visiting period is from January to September. This is when the weather is generally milder and the sea condition is safer. It's important to avoid the typhoon season, which usually happens from June to November, to ensure a smooth and safe travel experience. Now for the weather consideration. The island has an average temperature around 30 degrees Celsius year-round. However, it also receives high rainfall around 3,087 millimeters annually, especially during the wet season. Because of this, it's highly recommended to avoid the rainy season as it often brings rough seas and boat trips cancellation which can disrupt your travel plans. That's the end of our group report about Jamalik Island, Miss. Thank you for listening and we hope you enjoyed our presentation.